Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your June tarot prediction. We're going to take a look at what's awaiting for you in your love life with whoever you have on your mind, whoever you are dealing with, or maybe whoever you are dreaming about if you're single at the moment. Then we'll take a look at your career and workspace, and finally we'll get some guidance from the universe for how to best utilize the energies of June. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy the message. It's gonna be useful for you. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to click the like button, to subscribe to my channel, to leave a comment. And if you feel that this message doesn't resonate for you, it could be just a line, just a thought, just something there that will speak to you, and that was still worth watching that. Because this is a general reading, so don't force it if it's not yours. If you feel that this is not your message, you may want to check readings for your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, let's get right to it. As usual, I'm going to start with an oracle deck, and today I'm using the Whispers of the Ocean, and also at the end I'm going to use the Hermit Tarot with some messages for you from your person. Okay, let's get to it. This is an exciting start of the month. We are about to exit the Mercury retrograde, which is good news for building communications, connections, and just getting along your day with the technology intact. I don't know about you, but me usually is maybe because I've been working in IT for the good 10-12 years. I do use a few of gadgets in my daily life. That's usually the area that gets impacted the most. I mean, during this Mercury retrograde, my previous Fitbit watch died completely, like pretty much unexpectedly. It just died very quickly. Yeah, I've had cases where I've had strange online meetings with people where we would have the same invite, but for some reason we would turn up in different places online. I would be waiting for each other, like, are you coming? Are you joining? I was like, yeah, of course, I've been waiting for you for like 15 minutes. You know, like those kind of weird things usually happen to me. But hopefully, the months of May, that included the pretty much the most of the months was the so-called eclipse season between the solar and the lunar eclipse, and we also had full moon in Scorpio that was pretty transformative, as the Scorpio suggests. And we just had new moon in Gemini just at the beginning of this week, so that's setting us up for some pretty interesting developments in the months of June. Okay, got the card, sorry, I have to pick it up. So we have card number 37. Look beyond the surface. It's a whale, I guess. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. So you have to dive deeper into whatever you're doing. And you can start if you sometimes when we hear like, you should be more mindful or add some depth to your world, to your daily life. We don't necessarily know where to start, like how do I make it happen, right? But you can start with you can start with small things, right? For example, like what is the next step in spiritual practices for you? Is that finally starting that daily meditation practice? Is that reading up on something about your natal chart, especially about your North Node, about your current placement, to see, to understand better what this lifetime is giving you in terms of opportunities for growth and in terms of your gifts that you're supposed to share with humanity, right? Your kind of mission here. Not kind of, it is a mission. Yeah, we all have our own mission. Right, so you can just take a certain part of your life, like, I don't know, take your nutrition. Can you be more mindful there, right? Maybe learn some information about nutrition for, I don't know, chakra cleansing, or how superfoods are helping us stay high vibe, or bringing more fresh fruit and vegetables to your diet, right? I know it doesn't sound like a very spiritual step, but believe me, all those factors are going to be contributing to you raising your vibration, to your becoming lighter and more open-minded. Lighter not in weight, but you know, that feeling of lightness where we feel like it's easier to move around and we are more in tune with those high vibrational energies and messages from the universe, from the higher power, whatever, depends on whatever you believe in, you know. But whatever it is, you are more in tune with that energy. Okay, let's get into tarot. It's already been 5 minutes, but somebody needed that information. And you know, it's that look beyond the surface. So there's always some depth to the situation. If it's about situation, even more so, right? It also says the beauty in the situation. So look at the beauty of what is happening with you, even if it doesn't seem beautiful at the first sight. What do we have for Capricorn? Okay, we got with the love space, Eight of Swords, Judgment, Ten of Pentacles. For the career space, Ten of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords. The advice, Ten of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Wow, interesting. 2 tens, 3 tens, actually, no, 2 tens, 2 sevens. Wow. Have 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Come on. How beautiful is that? Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I'm getting that you are in search of the certain missing piece of a puzzle, of certain information that will give you certain freedom, that will explain why your life has been turning the way it has, and it will advise you on how to move next. And this clarity is coming for sure. It's not that it's gonna be, you know, light and airy necessarily, but you know, sometimes it's bitter truth, but ultimately it's still a blessing to have that info. Knowledge is power, right? In any and every way. In your love situation, we have Judgment as a centerpiece, and I feel like that's the most important part of the journey. So there is sort of like, it's almost like past, present, future to me, or maybe at least a sequence of events that, you know, it all started, or you've been triggered into a certain state of panic or anxiety or just self-sabotaging pattern around your relationship. It may be by a person, it may be by somebody else, it may be just you remembering certain events from the past and thinking that you don't want to repeat the history and get hurt again. Then comes the Judgment card, which is the divine intervention. You see this beautiful angel here. So there is this new insight that's coming your way of why things turned up a certain way, why you were hurt that previous time that you're thinking about now, right? Or if this is the fresh situation, why things worked out this way this time. It doesn't mean that the person is horrible. It doesn't mean that you were punished for something. A lot of times people ask, and when they don't have the information, they start saying, well, I don't deserve this. Why did it happen to me? You know, those kind of ideas. Thinking that is some kind of punishment, but it's not, right? That's how the information was presented to you. That was the way for you to learn an important lesson. And now that you can actually reconcile with this, you can move into this Ten of Pentacles energy and not only learn for yourself, but also have something important to say to the world, at least to people around you, right? I love this card in this deck because to me it speaks about the global community, the world. But of course, Ten of Pentacles can mean your local community, even your friends and family. And since we're talking about love relationship here, it's certain understanding about what's a healthy dynamic in a relationship, what love really means, how does it look like, what does it look like in the 3D space, what does it feel like in 5D space. There is certain knowledge that you will become the master of that certain skill, certain vision, right? For how you can tell, okay, this is true, this is honest, or no, there is some manipulation here. And you will be able to share that knowledge with the world. Even if it's not in the month of June, just know that this is something very important and very special that was given to you in this way. For the career space, we have Ten of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Yeah, so again, recently probably not your shiniest moment, or at least you feel like you've been overwhelmed and someone has taken advantage of you to get you to do a lot more that that is okay for you to take on. The underlying truth of it, or like additional truth of it that I'm hearing, is that you signed up for it, you agreed to that, right? So you cannot really blame everybody around you for that anyway. You have some responsibility in it. But regardless, those times are ending or have ended. Right now you see this new beginning on the horizon, some new perspective. Maybe your managers recognized you through that work that you've been doing, and they now see you as somebody more senior, more mature, somebody who can take on, a new and exciting and interesting project that you've been maybe dreaming about, but you were never put up for, and now you do have a chance with it, right? Now they're considering you. At the very least, this new opportunity is removing you from your old context and putting you in the new one, where you have, it's almost like a second chance to make things right, not to fall into the same energy, but actually find yourself safe harbor, and be able to, deal with any challenges one day at a time, not to make it too much of a deal, but also not to put too much on yourself, to be able to delegate, to share, to work with a team, to hire a team if necessary. Maybe this is your business we're talking about, right? But not to try to do everything and cover everything by yourself, because ultimately you'll just be coming back and you'll be reliving those cycles with Ten of Wands, with the burdens, when it at some point becomes just too tiresome, too stressful, and ultimately you become a lot less productive. The guidance from the universe, so we have Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and we also have 10 of Cups here. So your emotional fulfillment and your happiness is the ultimate goal. That's what you should be checking yourself against every time you're starting something new, or you are deciding whether you want to stay in a certain situation or relationship or not. That's what you should be checking. Are you emotionally happy? Does it bring you joy? Or at least do you see the real opportunity for things to turn around in the nearest future? If not, then let it be, right? There is a lot of options out there, and you can always make it work. That's what I'm getting for you, that you have this ability to always make things work. So it's not like you cannot use the criterion of, did it work out? Are we okay? Are we not okay in communication? Because for you, you'll find a way to make things work in any time with anyone, right? It's a matter of, does it make you happy? Is it really worth fighting for? That sort of idea. Okay, I will pull a few cards for you, Capricorn, from your person, and we're gonna end it here. Okay. We have, I'm coming, trust. Then we have wait. If I follow you, I could lose everything, and words do hurt. Yeah, so I'm getting this at two different scenarios. For some of you, your true love or your soul connection love is around the corner, and once you make those certain movements and changes in your energy, that person is waiting for you right there. They're just waiting for you to close off those little bits, to tie some loose ends, to be in that energy, for you to match each other. For this scenario, it's the scenario where you are with someone, but something has gone down, and remember I spoke about something that traumatized you, recently. And well, for this scenario, you see it says words do hurt, and they know that they hurt you with what they said. They know they're hurting you with the choices they've made, but to them right now this was the only option to kind of stay on track and to, to be able to keep stable in their life, within their world, their 3D world. You know, what they possess, their status and public profile, maybe their job, whatsoever, right? Because they thought that if at this point they go with what you wanted or with whatever your relationship demanded from them, that would mean a loss to them of their stability, and they just couldn't make that choice at this time. They still have a lot of feelings for you, that's what I'm getting for sure. And of course, it's up to you to decide whether you want to stick with this or not, or how much prospect it has. But just know that the person has certain remorse about how things went down, and if they could do it differently, if they felt like there was another choice, they would have done it differently. So they weren't trying to hurt you, but to them it seemed like that's the only option at the moment. Okay, I hope this has been helpful for you. This made sense. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye everyone.